Hi, teammates. I'm real eager to share what I got for you today. Just keep faith in Lord Jesus no matter what. And accordingly, with everything that we've gone over, it does look like Paul Walker could be the Legion figure. And what I'll show today kind of helps with that too, and helps with evidence for that. So first thing I got at the top, let's dive into some mysteries, teammates. I got the Malabar Coast mentioned as a site of perpetual war in 1984 by George Orwell. Okay, the Malabar Coast is an ancient area, and if you look up Zheng He right there, he's also associated with that area, and it's like Arab, Chinese guys. So, very different, and just something worth looking into. And like I say, I think that the Indians and the Australians, they're either going to have a big pact together to go against America and the free world, or they're going to be enemies together and start a war. But the Indians, Hindus, the Indians and Australians are someone to look out for, I think. And they've got some of the best military going on right now. And even like Elon Musk making a deal with them, that's something that could be possible. But just keep a lookout for both those countries. And Australia has the best Air Force in the world. Thank God it's Doomsday Simpsons episode. Bruco pointed this out, 8/5/2005 to 18/5/2019. Sorry about my voice. I'm still a little bit sick, getting over it, so just bear with me here. But that's 5123 days. Now, on Bruco's channel, he said he didn't know what this meant, but he showed it anyway, and thank God he showed it, because this is huge, okay? This is the Isaiah 51 figure, the 23, like the wedding of the Lamb, or secret place Jonas, the whale, something going on there, and could represent the Rapture. And that's the episode, came out 2005. And then the 18/5 is a date from The Simpsons that showed up in an episode. In that episode, it showed up. So, here's all this to look, I'm looking at, Eustace the monk being related to Jonas in the Bible. Okay. And Eustace the monk equals Dr. Jonas Miller. Just right there, the doctor would be the Christopher Lloyd. And that would be to stay OCD, would be what that is. And that's kind of like I had OCD when I was a kid, and that's what this means is that there. But that's my breakdown of this here. Carrie L. West is Dr. Jonas Miller, and he's Hawkins mayor, Larry Klein, proponent of Starcourt Mall. And this premieres July 4th, 2019. It premieres Stranger Things, okay? So, I don't know. I don't watch the show, but, I know people are really into it. And if they show trailers, look out for this guy in the trailers, okay? Because what I'm going to show next is we might not even make it to July 4th, but this guy in the trailers it's going to be a big reveal. Something's going on with this guy, Carrie L. West, because he plays the opposite of who he is. He's Jonas. He's the 3 days in the whale. And this is from the Twister movie, but he's the Nightcrawler. Okay. So they conflict, his name conflicts with who he is. He says that's Jonas. He's a Nightcrawler, but you may think differently, but that's just the way I see it. I don't see them as lining up there. That's kind of like an abomination or standing in the holy place or whatever, but they do that a lot in the movies though. The name won't be like who they are. It'll be like their opposite, but anyway, Simpsons date May 18th, 2019 to April 21st, 2019. That's Easter. Is 28 days. Okay. So think of 28 days later, the film and all that. June 30th, 2000, to May 18th, Simpsons date, is F. Hig. If you see that there, F. Hig, which could be a date for going back in time. Okay, so keep a watch out for that. And I'll zoom in on these here. April 21st to June 4th is 45 days. That would be the abomination of desolation, 45, spoken of at the end of Daniel. Perfect storm to June 4th is 69:14. That could be the saints about and the beloved city getting out at that time. June 4th to May 18th is 18 days. Okay. So you have the 18 and the 28, which is, I got a day in there, so it's really 27, and that would be, the 45 again. So, and then Bruco, he also said GE47 was one of his numbers that he did in a Simpson system, crack 26 or 21.6. So take a look at that, because that could be that Paul Walker is going to be like the suit of armor or the black goo for Bruco. Okay, I know it sounds crazy, but Bruco has, he's been around a while. I don't really know who he is exactly, but he's a watchman for the Lord. And what I see is, for Europe and all that, there has to be a judge, and it could be Bruco. And I've showed that before with talking about the third horse, and whenever this guy was on John X Army, I talked about it. So that's when I had all the papers shuffling around in my car, and so anyway, Bruco, he didn't know what this meant, the GE47, but my Uncle Don worked for GE and drove a truck around, a general, and when he was stationed for the Korean War. And then 47 is Paul Walker, as we know. So that could be that he's like the arm of Paul Walker for the pseudo fifth age that's coming up,